All right, good morning, good afternoon, everybody. Listen, you got such a hysteria, hissy fit going on, and I'm sure a lot of people, or I don't know, some people maybe, I don't know if it's gonna be a lot, but some people is not gonna like my interpretation or my viewpoint of the situation regarding the white American, whom some people are saying that he's dead. Some people are reporting that his body was washed up on the shore or something. I'm not sure. I'm not too sure if he's dead or not. I'm, I'm, I'm commenting on the fact that the people's hysteria in regards to him being dead. And what I'm trying to say is that when you when you are an oppressor, when you're doing wrong, and you think that you can keep doing it because you have some type of privilege, you have some type of right because your skin is white, then you're gonna you're gonna be punished in some places. Some countries you go to with that mentality, you're gonna be punished because some places don't go by the color of your skin that you're superior. Okay, I know so many times in the United States, throughout the history of the United States, that white supremacy was a way of life. It was, this is how it is. And even to this day, uh, people of color is fighting for equality and suffering under the oppression of another group of people just because of the color of their skin. And so when you take that mindset, which is, I I believe is in the DNA. Okay, I believe it's in the DNA because if you watch the news in the USA, some clips of the news or some clips of the politicians, okay, and you see how they talk and the the rhetoric, the mean spiritedness, the hatefulness, the divisiveness that comes out of their mouth, and you look back and you look at news clips and articles back during the 50s and the 60s when it was prominent, the 40s when it was racism was live and well, when they you got this one group talking about make America great again. I personally believe that that's the day and time in which they're referring to, that America was great when it was the racist capital of the world, when their oppression of other people, minority people, allowed them to feel superior and to profit off of. So I believe that's what the times that they're referring to, that when the United States of America oppressed the people such that it was horrifying, sicking dogs on people, etc., all the things that went on, okay? And so I believe it's in the DNA of those people. So when this young man came here to the Philippines, he felt a right, he felt a privilege that because he has a little money, he can do a 5-6, he can profit off of these people, and etc. And yet he can stay amongst the people because he felt he was superior to the people. He was an American and nothing would happen to him. You see? Just like in the US, you had the freedom riders, you had the people who went around and freed slaves. You see? So here in the Philippines, you got people who will take up arms to administer justice. In other words, people here in the Philippines, in that area in particular, will not allow the law to be violated, will not allow people to violate other people. And so, as a price, this young man may have lost his life. Now, was it justifiable? Was it a crime? Well, let's see what the Filipino government says. Let's see how they feel about it. Let's see what they do. Let's see if they feel that it's a crime. Of course, the Filipino government is going to, support this government of the United States in whatever their determination may be. However, how the people feel about it and what the people say may be another thing. But one thing for sure and two for certain, if they took this young man and they took his life, they did it for a reason. And I would suggest that the reason is obvious, which may or may not be related to the facts that we know, because there could be some other facts that we are not aware of that led them to do this. It could be the facts that we know plus some other things that led them to this conclusion. So, the jury is still out on what exactly happened as far as I'm concerned, because I don't know personally. But the whole idea that a group of people would have administered justice for what they saw as a wrongdoing, for what they saw as oppressing of the people. They not going in there just killing somebody randomly and taking his wife and taking his belongings and burning his house down. No, they didn't do nothing like that. From what I understand, he was accused of doing certain things, which was a violation of the principles of that particular municipality, and somebody came and paid him a visit to pay for it. So it wasn't about they was holding him for ransom, trying to get money from him or anything like that. So what's the deal? When you come to the Philippines, obey the laws. When you're in certain areas, like where I live is like that area, you see? But as long as you do what you're supposed to do, as long as you be right, as long as you don't oppress nobody, use nobody, violate the ethics of that community, you're going to be okay. You're going to be able to live a happy life, protected life. You ain't going to see no violence and crime and all of this. It don't go down. Because if you were a criminal doing things that harmful to other people, those same kind of people go come pay you a visit. You see? Yeah. So it ain't just they go pay white Americans a visit. No. Anybody who violates the law, you're subject to get a visit. You see? Because why? This the Philippines. This how it operates. Know that before you get here. And then if you decide that you can't follow the rules, some people just can't follow rules. They got to smoke them some weed. They got to get them some dope, et cetera, et cetera. They just got to do it. They're going to find a way to do it, you see. Well, if that's the kind of person you is, I suggest you don't come here. And if you insist on coming here, just be aware of what the consequences are. Know what the consequences are. There's consequences. You gonna pay a price. And it ain't like you gonna get bond and go to court the next day. No, no, they no. When they come get you, that's it. That's your judgment. You done. Boom. You see, it's over with. So what am I saying? Come here at your own risk? Well, pretty much. No, what I'm saying is come here, obey the rules, follow the law. It's a beautiful country. And yeah, I support freedom fighters. I support people who see to it that the laws in the land are followed and that no one is able to violate those laws. No one is able to come and oppress another group of people simply because they have the wherewithal to do it. So I support anybody who frees another person or another group of people from oppression. 5-6 is oppression. It's oppression. Listen, God bless, take care. You come to the Philippines, be safe, follow the rules, obey the laws, okay? Don't come here trying to take advantage of people, whether it's a Filipina, a person, a group of people. Don't come here trying to break the laws, obey the laws. And if you do what's right, you won't have no problems. If you do what's wrong, read the news, because it's real. It happens every day. This incident regarding this young man is nothing new. It happens every day. You see, maybe not to that extent, but to some extent of that sort. So listen, one thing for sure and two for certain, when you help other people from the bottom of your heart, you're truly helping yourself. God bless. Take care.